Australia came within seconds of witnessing the worst terror attack in its history, on a bright sunny day, along a beach packed with families and children enjoying the weekend. Shocking new revelations are emerging against the two primary suspects accused of plotting what could have become Australia's deadliest terror attack. These horrifying details have surfaced through court documents filed by New South Wales Police, offering the most comprehensive look yet into the near-miss tragedy. According to the reports, hundreds of people are alive today only because the bombs the attackers planted failed to explode at the very last moment. Authorities said what was revealed in court today is far more chilling than what the public had initially been told in the chaotic aftermath. Revelation number 1: Failed IED attack. Police revealed that 4 improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, were hurled at the Bondi Beach crowd in the middle of a busy afternoon. Astonishingly, the bombs failed to detonate due to a malfunction, saving countless lives that could have been lost in seconds. 3 pipe bombs and a smaller tennis ball-sized explosive were later seized, confirming that the attack was both deliberate and coordinated. Investigators said the recovered explosives and detailed plans firmly established the suspect's intent to carry out an act of mass terror. Revelation number 2: Newly released footage shows the accused entering the area hours before the attempted attack, appearing calm but carrying bulky objects wrapped in blankets. Police believe the items were likely shotguns and explosive devices, based on images and forensic evidence later found in their car. Inside the vehicle, officers discovered photos of IEDs, wiring diagrams, and an Islamic State flag, deepening the link to extremist motives. Authorities say the combination of footage, materials, and digital evidence paints a clear picture of terrorist preparation and ideology. Revelation number 3: Recce mission. Security cameras also captured the same men at the Bondi Beach footbridge 2 days before the attack, appearing to survey the area. Police described this as a recce run, meaning a reconnaissance mission to identify crowd flow and security weaknesses. This reconnaissance, coupled with recovered notes, shows the attempted bombing was premeditated and not a spur-of-the-moment strike. Officials now call this evidence a chilling sign of just how carefully the terrorists planned the operation. Revelation number 4: Months-long plot. Investigators say the conspirators had been planning the Bondi Beach attack for several months, training in rural locations away from detection. Records show they participated in firearms training in October 2025, honing their shooting and tactical maneuver skills. Video and drone footage of their drills were recovered, proving the group was rehearsing for a coordinated assault. Court documents submitted by police fully back these claims, underscoring the depth of their radicalization and preparation. Revelation number 5: Radical material. Officers also found homemade firearms and even bow and arrow weapons among a large cache of seized bomb-making materials. Several mobile phones containing extremist videos and detailed recordings of the planned assault were also recovered. In one of those recordings, the attackers reportedly attempted to justify their actions through twisted ideology and extremist rhetoric. Police said this evidence confirms that the suspects were not only radicalized but also intent on turning ideology into mass violence. On December 22, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese issued a formal apology to Australia's Jewish community for the terror attack that claimed 15 lives. Meanwhile, during a memorial service held at Bondi Beach on December 21, the Prime Minister was met with boos and jeers from parts of the crowd, reflecting public anger and grief.
Emotions were raw and a lot of people in the community are hurting and angry. And some of that anger was directed towards me, and I understand that. As Prime Minister, I feel the weight of responsibility for an atrocity that happened whilst I'm Prime Minister. And I'm sorry for what the Jewish community and our nation as a whole has experienced. The government will work every day to protect Jewish Australians, to protect the fundamental right as Australians that they have to be proud of who they are, to practice their faith, to educate their children, and to engage in Australian society in the fullest way possible.
We will introduce a new aggravated offence targeting adults who seek to influence and radicalise children. Anyone advocating to children violence against protected groups or their property will face tougher penalties. This change is critical. Since 2001, 120 people have been convicted of terrorism offences and 10 were children. However, today, 17 of the 33 people before our courts are minors. This unprecedented radicalisation of our youth must stop. We will not allow extremists to groom and brainwash our children into hate or terrorism.
We want urgency and unity, not division and delay. Well, because the Richardson Review will enable action to take place. It will report, as I have said, before April. That review can feed into any Royal Commission that is established in New South Wales that the federal government will cooperate with. My message is that this is not a time for partisanship. This is a time for national unity. This is a time for the country to come together. That's what happens. That's what happens when, after the Port Arthur massacre, that is what occurred. During COVID, myself as leader of the opposition offered support. Even where we had amendments, we said we won't allow the perfect to be the enemy of the good. We will support what is required. This is a national interest test, and I think people will make their own judgment about whether partisanship is being evident at the moment. No. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The $1 million question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.